Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Monday. How are we doing today, you guys? Hope y'all are having a lovely, lovely start to your week. I'm doing pretty good today. It was a pretty chill Monday. Not a whole lot to report, you know. I feel like it was a pretty solid Monday as far as Mondays go. Yet again, it was really, really hard to get out of bed this morning, though. I feel like I set myself up by switching my duvet cover to like my winter one, the really fluffy, fuzzy, super warm one. It's like great when I'm falling asleep or like anytime I'm in bed, but in the morning, it's like I'm fighting for my life to get out of that damn bed. You know, it's just like, it's so warm and so soft and so cozy. And I literally was like laying there this morning and I was just like, what have I done to myself? Like, I've really set myself up for just like miserable mornings, you know? Like, it's so hard to get out of bed. Not even like, I mean, partially from like a sleepiness reason, you know, I'm always like that. Like, it's always kind of a struggle to get out of bed. But just for the sole fact that it's so warm and so comfy and so soft, like, it's like literally torture to get out of bed, you guys. It's awful. And the first thing I do when I get out of bed is I turn on my space heater while I'm getting ready. And it helps a little bit, but not nearly enough. And then it's still like dark when I get up in the morning and God, it's just terrible, you know? It's just awful. Who wants to get up under these conditions? You know, I feel like in the winter, we should be allowed, like, our days should start later. And they shouldn't end later. They should only start later. Just shorter days. You know, just like how the normal day is shorter, our work days, our school days, whatever. Those days should be shorter too. Who says they can't be? I certainly don't. I say if we're going to shorten daylight, we should also shorten our work day and school day. Who's with me? Bruh, it's so rough though, like genuinely. It's so rough. Oh, it's terrible in the morning. It's so freaking cold. And it's been so cold here lately. Like, I feel like we've mostly been in like the 20s. And it's just so cold, you guys. It's just so cold. It's god fucking awful. Hi, Az. How are you doing today? And also, hi, Mod. I want to get out of bed. Then I do and think too cold. Don't want to work. Literally, I'm just like, okay, well, if I want to bring home food for the girls, and that's what I tell myself to motivate myself to get out of bed. I'm like, if I don't do this, who's gonna bring them food?
All my life.
Az, thank you so much for 11 months. Oh, you're so close to 1 year. Let's go. Let's go. You're so close, bestie. Just a little bit further. Your mint's gonna look fabulous, darling. Fabulous. Thank you so much for the 11 months. Hope you're having a lovely day and hope you're not cold like I am. Again, as is like usual now in my streams, I got the hoodie blanket on, I got the normal blanket on, I got the space heater going. So, you know, we're just fighting for our lives out here, just like Ace. What? Not Ace, Phoenix. God damn it. I thought I was finally over that. My brain still thinks his name is Ace. Help. So embarrassing. Like, who the fuck is Ace? Well, I know who Ace is. Ace is a good friend, but not the attorney. Not the attorney. It's dress up time and my students love the goofiness. I loved the picture you posted. It looks like so much fun. Not cold. I have my heater perma on. That is so real. That is so freaking real. Yeah, I mean, I have my space heater permanently on. Ace, like notary games Ace? No, not that Ace. No. Oh my god, you guys, I don't know why I like for the longest time, I think I've talked about this before, but for the longest time I thought that the main character in this game was his name was Ace. Cuz I didn't know that the game, I only knew that the like series was called Ace Attorney. I didn't know about the Phoenix Wright part. So I was just like, "Oh, his name is Ace and he's an attorney." Yeah. And now my brain, it's like I've gotten better about it. Like I don't find myself almost calling him Ace that often anymore. Just now was kind of the exception. You know, I feel like I've kind of worked it out of me since we played so long and called him Phoenix. But, you know, there's still like that pathway in my brain. It's like, oh yeah, Ace, the attorney. Ace. Oh, brother. Well, I guess, you know, old habits die hard, as they say. My man Ace here is ready for the case, except not really. I believe we have a little bit of investigation to continue doing before we get to our trial today, but I think we should definitely be able to get to it. I'm assuming we're near the end of the investigation because a lot of our stream last time was investigating, but there was granted a lot to investigate, so. Yeah, I didn't know about the Phoenix Wright part, mod. Like, okay, I had heard of these games for the long, like the series Ace Attorney, I had heard of for years, but I never knew about the Phoenix Wright part of the name. If I had, I think I would have been like, oh yeah, Phoenix Wright, that's his name. But I didn't know about the Phoenix Wright part. So I just thought his name was Ace. You know, I feel like there's nothing more minty than that. Like that's such a me thing to do, you know? It's not surprising at all, at least to me. That's some shit that I do, and I did do it. So but yeah, you know, such is the struggle of being a minty girl. What are my life updates? Really not much. I played more Paint by Numbers this weekend. I listened to the audiobook I like locked in today because this is the one that's like the book 2 of that one series. I didn't really like the first book, but then the ending of the first book was so banging that I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to the second book and give it a chance and see what happens. And so I've been listening to it, but I was kind of slow going with it. Like it wasn't really capturing me, and I was like, whatever. Well, I have 4 days left now. Also, thank you for the lurk, mod. Enjoy the cuddles. But yeah, it wasn't really like capturing me, but I was like, okay, I'm still gonna like give it a go. But I was just like making like slow progress. Well, now I only have 4 days left to listen to it, and there's like a queue already, even though the reason I'm listening to it is because I originally went in a queue of like 300 people and thought it would be months before I'd get this book. But then my library got like 300 copies. So then they were like, here you go. And I was like, oh shit, okay, well I guess I'll listen to it now because it might get another queue and then I'll have to wait again, so I might as well read it while it's available since it's like a popular book. It just came out, whatever, you know, make use of it, them handing it to me. So I did, and indeed it does have a queue already building up after the like 300 copies, or what I think it was like 300 copies, which is so many copies. But anyway, so now I'm like, okay, I don't want to not finish it and then have to go in the queue and wait to get the book again to finish it. So I'm hustling. Like, I am hustling. I think I started at like 20-something% this morning, and I got to a clean 50% by the end of my workday. And I might listen a little bit more after stream. I might do some more Paint by Numbers and listen a little more. We'll see. But I think I should be able to finish it in time. So it's all right. I like it better than the first book, but like the first book I gave, I think like 3 stars, And this one, so far, I'd give it like 3.5. I don't know. I just don't think it's really like my thing. And I think my score, or part of my perception of the book, is really being impacted by the fact that it's like the romance is a pretty decent chunk of the book, and I just don't like the main guy. I can't say that enough. And so, if you don't like the main guy and the romance is like a big part of it, it's gonna affect how you feel about the book overall, So, I don't know, but I'd say 3.5. It's an improvement from what the first one was, at least by 0.5. But who knows? Maybe it'll get better. I kind of doubt it though. That's my thoughts on that. What else? Oh, Electric Forest lineup dropped today for the 2026 lineup. I'm hype. It's a good lineup, besties. So I'm very excited about that. That really brightened my day. And anything else? I don't really think so. I just had a really chill weekend, just hung out with the kitties, played Paint by Numbers, read, watched some Markiplier. Also, I bought tickets to go see Iron Lung, Markiplier's movie of Iron Lung in the end of January. Me and Tay are gonna go see it, and I'm so excited for that. So, some exciting things in the past few days. Very hyped for all those things. But yeah, that's about it. And like I said, I think today we have a little bit more investigating to do, and then we're hopefully going to be able to get into this day 2, I want to say, of the trial. I think I'm really curious to see if there's gonna be that little mini trial after the main trial day, like there was in the first day. That was so weird. Like, I wasn't prepared for. I mean, it was fine, it was fun, it was interesting, but I was not prepared for that. I was like, what is going on? So I guess we're gonna see. I'm curious to see if it's gonna be like a reoccurring thing in this chapter. We'll just have to find out. Also, I do have a snacky today. We have some chocolate chips ahoy with the little M&Ms. I'm gonna try not to eat them all right away though, so I'm gonna put them over there and pretend they're not there. I feel like I always especially love to have a sweet treat for trials and things, because when I start struggling, it like de-stresses me, I'm like, okay, let me have like a little bite of my sweet treat and everything will be okay. Okay, I think we determined that we had investigated everything we could in this area last time. So let's try moving on, I guess, and see if there's anything. I don't remember what we were doing or like where I need to go next. So let's just kind of have a look around. Anything here? Everything's good with her. Oh, anything here? Oh, something here. Okay. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. Oh, hi, Iris. Don't you dare try to steal my cookies. Those are not for kitties. Actually, I don't think cats can eat. Can cats eat chocolate? Is it toxic? I don't think they should eat chocolate. But is it as toxic as it is to dogs? I actually don't know. Either way, you can't have it. It's for me. And I bet it's not good for you. But I actually don't know if it's as toxic to cats as it is for dogs. Are you trying to steal my drink? I mean, girl, you want my cookies and my drink? My diet Dr. Kelp? She looks confused. Do you want Lappy? We could have a little Lappy moment. You know, this all could be yours. Prime real estate, baby. That's right. All this could be yours if you just laid down. If you just come on down and lay down in the lappy. What do you say, Miss Riss? She was cracking me up today, you guys, because I got out her favorite little, like, what do you call it? Like the teaser toys. She loves those. But she always, like, these days she won't play with it anymore. She just tries to grab it and then, like, tug of rope it, like, out. And she just wants to go and take it under the bed with her and just chew on it. And I'm like, girl, you can't do that. Like, you got other toys to hoard under the bed and chew on. So I don't know. I finally got her to kind of play with it. But like if I kind of pet her and stuff while she's got it in her mouth, she'll let it go and then we can resume playing. But she's just a lot more unwilling to let it go than, you know, she used to be. Like, and I'm just like, damn, girl. I mean, stop trying to steal my cookies. Those hunting instincts go off. She really is like a true hunter. She's very good at catching things. She's really fast and like can catch things in the air. Like she's crazy. Fifi's just a little bumbling baby. Like she's very clumsy. She is not a natural born hunter. Like if you threw that girl outdoors, she would not thrive. She would be fucked. Iris could make it. Iris could definitely make it. All right, Iris, I need you to decide where you want to be. We do this every stream, babe. Literally every stream we do this. Okay, you can't sit on my keyboard. All right, I'm depositing you around. I'm sorry, Iris. If you decide you want to sit in my lap, you're more than welcome. But I really can't play this game if you're sitting on my mouse or my keyboard. It just doesn't work, unfortunately. If there was a way, I promise, I would let you have at it. But despite what Lindsay Lohan once said, the limit does exist, and this is the limit. Okay, I guess we'll have to come back. Oh, okay, not here. Where do I need to go? I can't remember what we were talking about doing. Maybe the detention center? Anything new with him? Or is there anything we can show, maybe? Did we get any new evidence? Rubber glove. Who would we even show this to? Okay, hold on. I might look to see where we're supposed to go, because I just don't even, for some reason, I don't even remember what I remember us investigating that room, but I don't remember what we were talking about, like, while investigating the room. So, well, we're day 2. Should be this investigation. Oh! Oh, okay. I think there's something we need to present to Gumshoe, but where was he at? Or was he in the evidence room with us? He might have been, actually, now that I think about it. Let me check. Guard station. Yeah, here he is. Okay, I think I unless I did it already, but I don't know if I did. Let me show him the ID card. Is that what it said? ID card report? Yeah. Show that to Gumshoe. Did you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Oh, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here. Whoa. What is it? that second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I think we did do this. This feels familiar. What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? But then I think after that it says to go visit Edgeworth. And he wasn't there. So did I miss? I'm worried I missed something here. Well, let's double check. Maybe we needed to, no, I'm pretty sure we had that conversation. Pretty sure of that, but that's okay. Let's go. Which one is it? How do I get there? God. Oh, here, right? Because this is the prosecutor's. Yeah. Okay, so he's not here. Yeah, so there's gotta be something I missed that triggers him showing up here. So it says examine the bloody handprint. I know we did that. Examine the glove. We have the glove. Use the luminol. Spray the bloody handprint. Okay, let me go back there. Hold on. This is the only thing that sometimes frustrates me with this game is I don't know what I'm missing, and it's a little bit particular. Oh, wait. It's a little bit particular sometimes to trigger like certain events. Or it has to be done in a very specific order. And sometimes it makes it just a little bit tedious. Like, it's overall okay, but it does make it a little bit tedious at times. Especially if I'm not wanting to look up like what I need to do, because it might take forever over missing like a really small thing. You know what I mean? But like overall, it's okay. Where's my luminol? Here we go. Let's do... So we did do this. Okay, so we sprayed the handprint, and then I assume examine it is just whenever it like zones in on it, right? Oh, but maybe... Okay, hold up. Because I forgot we can now look at things, like check them. Did we do all that? Maybe that's limiting me. Never to care for the word tag. It's confusing. What's so confusing about that? You know how many other words sound like it? Okay. What? Do you challenge me? What are we playing, a word game now? Girl, I don't have time for this. Whoa, this looks crazy. It looks so flat. Okay, so we did look at the glove. Maybe I need to check this one as well. I don't think I did that. Is it not the bloody spot? Hey, look. They're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains on here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I examined all these things. Maybe that makes a difference as well. I'm not sure. Oh. This is interesting, huh? Okay. I didn't expect it to be all zoomed in on it like that. Oh, okay. Okay, we have identified 2 numbers. Oh. Why is it kind of scribbled like that? Doesn't it look like they started to write a 9? Could be whoever this person is, like maybe they had his number first, but then started to write their own number or something along those lines. Not really sure. Okay, hold on now. Let me see. What are we missing here? So, the shards, we're putting the piece together. We did all that. And we did that. The only things we spray is the handprint and the shards, so those are fine. Yeah, I'm really not sure what is preventing us from getting the talking point. What are you doing? Yeah, I'll throw it for you. Okay. I feel like just looking at the items wouldn't do it, but who knows? Maybe it does. Let's give it a try and hope for the best. I'm stressed. They got me eating my cookie already. Oh, he's still not here. What am I missing? Okay. Maybe before that interaction, there's a thing with the guard. Maybe I'm missing something with him. I think I did give him the meal, right? Do I still have it? Okay, it doesn't look like I have the bento anymore. No. I feel like I remember giving him that. Okay. And then Goodman's ID. It says to give that to him. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is... Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Oh yeah, we did this too. What the hecky am I missing? Maybe it's one of the previous like investigation points, but I feel like usually it's like only within that section, like the area, you have to accomplish all those things to then get the next piece. And then in that next piece, accomplish all those things to get the next piece. So I'd really be surprised if it was something outside of that range that was stopping me. I feel like it's gotta be in the evidence room, right? But I'm not sure what I'm missing in the evidence room. Maybe I can show, oops. Maybe I can show it to him? We don't have his record yet, right? No, we just got Bruce and Miles. The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither wild nor west here. But that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so? Huh? I'm lost. Okay, I don't think this is the interaction. We need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Okay, so at least his numbers isn't one of them. I know that we definitely need to talk to Edgeworth though. I feel like I gotta be missing something in that evidence room. Okay, let me look at things again line by line. So upon entering the evidence room, it says talk to Gumshoe about all available topics. We definitely did that. And then we present the Goodman's note or the switchblade knife to him, which I'm pretty sure we did that as well. I guess I could try showing him another one. Maybe I'm supposed to, it says one or the other, but I think I did whatever the first one, what was the first one again? I think I did Goodman's note, so I guess let's do the switchblade knife. Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Surely that's not it, though. Like, we gotta be missing something here. Okay, so we do that, and then talk to him about all available topics. There's still no new topics or anything. Slide to the right and examine the bloody handprint. Examine the glove. Use the luminol. Press the present button on the item. Oh, oops. Okay, so we slide over. We examine this, which we did. So we did do that. And then examine the glove. We did do that. We picked it up. Okay. Use the luminol. Spray the bloody handprint and examine the luminol reaction. Spray the shards and examine the luminol reaction. Slide to the left and spray the upper left locker. Oh, slide to the left? Oh, so one of these over here. That's gotta be what we're missing. I think I didn't understand it meant slide over here. I think I just glossed over that part, I guess. Or, oh, upper left it said. Here we go. Okay, I was like, there's gotta be something we're missing here that is preventing us from moving forward. Okay, perfect. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Ain't no way Gumshoe's never heard of luminol before. Where'd you get your hands on that? Okay, maybe he's heard of it before. Huh? But like, wouldn't he immediately know what it is upon seeing what it does? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Y'all, how do y'all not have luminol? You're a detective. What do you mean? Where do you get this, Emma? Like, this city is fucked up. The judge is fucked up. I, as an attorney, am kind of fucked up. The detectives are fucked up. Like, nobody knows what they're doing. I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. Perfect. I'm going to go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know? report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he could use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, something like that. I'm off, pal. Later. Okay. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Yes, finally. Okay, perfect. Glad we figured that out. Thank goodness. Okay, so here. All right. Oh, it's you. Okay. Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Uh-huh. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. Okay. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Alright, Edgeworth. What goes on? So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes. Apparently, there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Yeah, that's rough, brother. Any thoughts on, hold on this? Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be... It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Alright, evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's. Brought back to his office by Gant's request. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Okay. Do you have anything else to say about it? Nope. What about maybe... Do you have anything to say about like this stuff? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case over... Or the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Okay. Maybe this thing? I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. Oh, goodness. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Oh, okay. You must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Ooh, is that a fingerprint tester? Yes! Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Perfect. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. You seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Oh, yes. I do remember that as well. It's almost like it just happened. It's almost like we just discovered it. Actually, isn't there an interesting fingerprint, handprint on this as well? Can I look at that? Can I do it on that? Maybe it matches the other one. Iris, do not try to steal my cookies. Oh, shit. You okay? Oh my god. Just as I picked her up, I think... Is it like storming or something? Or what the hell was that sound? But she freaked out as I was putting her on the ground. Oh my god. Is it storming? What is going... Or is that like a car? Hold on. Pause. Because what the fuck was that? Not raining. Hold on. I'm gonna go investigate. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm back. I thought it was like thunder or something. It was so loud. I think it was some big truck, like, I don't know, doing something. Doing something out there. I'm not sure what. Ouch, I got scratched a little bit. That was really unfortunate timing, truck. But that's okay. She was just scared. Scared me too. Like, what the fuck is going on? We're having like some big ass thunderstorm or some shit. All right. I think we're good. I don't know what the fuck they're doing out there, but they were over by the dumpster, but it wasn't like, the dump truck. So I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck you doing over there? Maybe someone was like dropping a big piece of like furniture, you know, something big in there. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. We're back. All right. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, are you okay, Iris? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I did not know that big loud crash was gonna happen right as I was putting you on the ground. That was scary, wasn't it? Yeah, that was scary. But you're okay. Okay. All right, speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel like he's going to do something naughty. Girl, what? Okay, I guess not that. I was hoping I could get the... It feels just interesting that there's a handprint on there, you know? But anyways, okay. Guard station. Evidence room. Our investigation turned into a suspicious handprint. Here in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Yeah, do it. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. Really can't tell the difference at the glance. At a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Well, I mean, probably the thumbprint. It looks a little bit at an angle, though. This one kind of looks the most flat and saturated. But I guess let's try the thumbprint to start. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Hold on just a second. All right, how do you do that? With enter, see? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With E. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I'd better give it a try. Okay, so... dust. How much do I put? Oh, I can just mouse click. Did I put it everywhere? Oh, okay. I guess I did it. You did it. You found one. Yeah, it's looking really fingerprinty. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does this mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Seems like there are fingerprints outside of the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Oh, like here? Okay. This. And blow! Yay! Oh. Well. Is that not good enough? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. Whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Oh, okay. Well, probably his, right? Yeah. How do I select him? Oh, there we go. Should be that one. Beautiful. Aha! Crunch, crunch. So these prints belonged to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Yeah, baby. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this? There go her eyes sparkling again. Oh, let's do it, baby. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in the area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, you must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. All right, let's try it. Oh. Well, I'm supposed to click a spot first, aren't I? Well, I don't see a print anywhere. It threw me off because down here, I don't think you, or maybe you can see it. It says dust. So I thought I was supposed to just be dusting the whole area. You don't see another additional print hanging around somewhere? I sure don't. Let's just start clicking around because I don't don't see one. Hi, wifey. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. I don't see an extra print anywhere. Not like the last one, where you could see it a little bit. But there's like the rendering on this locker and the blue and the blurriness of the blue. It's kind of tripping me out. You know what I mean? Like, are y'all eyes doing the thing that my eyes are doing? I thought maybe it would be on here, you know? I'm confused. This isn't working. Where am I supposed to be clicking? Or is it supposed to be dusting and it's just not working? I'm damn confused. I'm glad to hear you're having a great day. I'm doing pretty good. We're just struggle busing a little bit, but you know. What else is new? Y'all, whenever I'm like, look at this hand and then look away, I can see like a shadow of it. Anyone else's eyes getting real fucky with this like blue? Okay, I'm confused. Where's this other handprint that they're supposed to be here? You know? Point to the area left of the leftmost visible finger, where the next finger would probably be. Oops. Okay, let me try. The leftmost finger? So like the pinky? Isn't that side of the hand like showing though? Let's try it. We're just struggle busting in this game today. All right, no, leftmost. Yeah, so it should be around here somewhere. Okay, perfect. Dust her up. Let's go. All right, y'all. Lay it on real nice and thick. And blow. Perfect. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Oh, great. Okay, well, you only got one finger left, don't ya? Unless it's supposed to be one of these, but that was smeared away. Okay, well, oops. It highlights yellow. Doesn't it gotta be like around here somewhere? This is the same finger, is it not? This is the same. Yeah, this is the same one. I don't see another spot to grab. I guess granted, this looks more like a thumb, so it's probably like a pinky finger. But shouldn't it be like right around here somewhere? You know? Is that the same spot? Maybe the other one I clicked was supposed to be the pinky. That's I think that was further away. Oh, there we go. Oh, I don't think it's bright enough. Okay, hold on. Let's really saturate this one up. There we go. Okay. No. 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 Ooh. Jake. You never blow it away with your breath? I was farting on it. Like a true IBS girly. Hey, these fingerprints, who are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. Oh, it was on the DS. That makes sense. But why would Officer Marshall? It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Well, it's time to believe it. Though you know what? He's probably not like the guy. He's probably just wrapped up in this somehow, you know? We're only on day 2. It can't be the guy yet, can it? Well, I guess it could be. Just be the guy without all the answers for why it's the guy, you know? Who's to say? We're about to find out, I suppose. We're about to find out. But it was on the DS when it came to the West, and this case was exclusive to our release. I see. Yeah, I knew. I had looked up because I was like, this is different. And also, the 4th chapter ends, like, it's giving that's the end of the game, you know? So I was so confused about it. I looked it up and found out that this chapter was added later. And yeah, and there's like other features in it and stuff. I like it though. I mean, I'll never say no to more content, you know. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana. Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? As Mr. Wright suspects, the police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind the simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Skye. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? You have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Well, I will. I sure will. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... What? I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. I see. This drives me crazy. So they never found a body there. They just found like evidence of something happening. But they never found a body there. They never saw the murder take place. So why do they assume that a murder happened there of that guy? Like, it'd be different if his body was found in 2 different places, like literally in 2 different places at once, but he wasn't. Like, what are y'all talking about? Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In doing so, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. It's just, who knows? Who fucking knows, Az? Who fucking knows? Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? That's what the suspect is, Judge. Oh boy, indeed. Things are getting wild from the get-go. This judge, I'm serious, he makes me want to kill myself. Like, he is so dumb. He is so dumb. I feel like sometimes I feel like this game is rage baiting me, you know? I feel like it is. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. Huh? So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I activated my iPad friend. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear... Oh. What you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help me, sir. I see doing it, too. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. He's got big-ass hands, you guys. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. Can't fault him for his lack of enthusiasm. All right. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. Oh yeah, don't we think that... Yeah, the reason they thought that he died in there was because we saw him, but it could have just been someone dressed up as him. In fact... Oh no, his sideburns kind of be looking suspicious. Okay. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. And next you're gonna tell me the person there was actually Akane? No, not quite that. Not quite that. But it might have been that one guy. The guard guy. I fought for my life. Then I did it. But also, tell me one time Okay, well, maybe not one time. There's been a couple times it's been wrong. But like, the number of times I have been right about a person's identity because of their eye color, hair color, or general likeness is kind of crazy, you have to admit. You have to admit. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out. Until another officer smacked me awake. You gotta admit, it works out for me a lot of the time. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto to others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. Right, okay. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Okay. Let's press him. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes. Now there's a scary thought. Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. Wait, for some reason I thought Gumshoe created it. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very, important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, you created it. Very nice work, Az. Very nice work. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? Spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? It should be the... There it is, I found it. This is the one right here. Could you please read us the number, please? Yes, sir. It's 498-9596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh? Well, the number 498-9596 seen twice. Shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room, and the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen. Okay, so the second time is... Gotcha. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Fought for my life. Then I did it. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. took his knife, spun him around, and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. See. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then, the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir! Aww. After that, I passed out, until another officer smacked me awake. Okay, so you didn't do it. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. Hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? Wait. Oh, was there not a thing for me to, like, point out there? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Jail cell? Jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief? Delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. Objection! Jail cell. Why did I say it like that? What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape and was told it had been mistakenly erased. It's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. That's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Ooh. That's terrifying. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh. This is horrifying. I'm screenshotting like crazy. Oh, there he goes. They're thrown down. Of course the camera would pan away at the exact moment it needs to not be panned away. When we actually need to see something. Look at Edgeworth. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Okay. Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room and some sort of activity taking place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. Okay, mystery man. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Is it possible for me to watch the video over? I assume so, right? God, we have so much evidence. Okay, yeah, I can watch it again. Okay, so we see him open it up, but like not scan his fingerprint. Okay. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. We never do, buddy. We never do. I have cookies. They're like the Chips Ahoy with the M&Ms. I got one left. You want one? You want one more? You want the last one? I'll share it with you. Hi, Trigun. How's it going? You want one? Okay, say ah. Say ah. Okay. But everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Okay, question everything. Let's go. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. Oh. Oops. Oh wait, I forgot. I can go backwards now. Oh, I love that they added this. Okay. Hold it. Let's do this. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with the knife? Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter. Okay, not seen. The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you're the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir. But I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I don't think so. I don't remember that being a feature all this time. I guess I'll have to go back and look at my old streams. I know we could do it last stream. I think it might have been a part of the update. I'm not positive, but I don't remember. I mean, I might have just never noticed it, though. That is a very solid possibility that it's always been there and I just only noticed it. But I don't remember those little dots showing like which statement you're on out of how many there are total. Like, I don't remember that being there, and I don't remember the arrows being able to go back being there. But again, it's very possible I missed it. I just don't remember. I'll have to look. I'll have to look. Either it was an update or they only did it for the last chapter, maybe. That's also possible since they reworked some things. That could also be it. But it also might have been one of the quality of life updates. I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him. I'd bet my badge on it. Well, don't say that. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. But you don't know that for sure, do you? This is the collection, right? It should have been fully updated. But I don't know. Oh, you mean like the feature being everywhere? It really might have been. I'll have to check my old VODs. Like a good few back. Because I know that this was here in at least the last VOD. It might have been there before it, though. I don't know. How many streams has it been since the update? I think the update was like mid-November, right? If it was due to the update. I think that was like second week or something of November, maybe? I don't know. You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not. So why do you keep wording it like that, my guy? What the fuck? Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins. Oh. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claimed the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. I'm just wondering if it was possible, like, okay, if he was like wearing gloves, but it looked like the glove fell out of the locker, which is why I watched it again. Like, it seemed like those came out of the locker, and I think were evidence from the old case. But I was just thinking, like, is it possible? Because, like, you know, at a certain point of using like a fingerprint scanner, right, your fingerprint is left on it. So maybe there's a way to make it read like the fingerprint trace that's already on the sensor by like pressing a cloth or something up behind it, you know, so it's reading the fingerprint that's on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just wondering if there's an alternate way he could have unlocked it with the fingerprint without it being his fingerprint, you know what I mean? Or like, or the person that went up to the locker, like, you know what I mean? Without it needing to be the actual owner of the locker kind of thing. I don't know. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he's tried. The man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints. Then he must be the person that the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir. And this too. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. Oh, oops. Let me question this one. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed on whose locker is who. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. Uh-huh. For the record, the opened locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. Okay. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. Feel like this would be our argue point. I'm just not sure how. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you're the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? Well, probably. I'm sure there's gotta be. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there's one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange?
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? What? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. You would want me to point it out. Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of. Oh God, I don't, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. When did this happen? And when did these happen? But there's a contradiction in the footage. Wait, can I watch the footage again on my own before having it play? Okay, it doesn't look like it's already open or anything like that. The glove falls out when he opens it. He looks so cute coming up on him like that. Hmm. Uh, I mean, but the locker where the bloody handprint was is covered by the little guy. Wait, so this says no traces of the victim's blood. So the blood on it is someone else's? Hmm. That's supposed to be Meekin's blood? Gosh, I'm not sure what the contradiction is. I feel like it's gotta, okay, because I feel like it would be the locker, because like when did the bloody handprint get on there? Because it's assumed in the video, right, that like, that like the guy is on the floor after, right? That like he's dead on the floor, right? So like when did the bloody handprint come in? But I feel like it has to do with that, not really the knife. Maybe we should just try. Maybe kind of like Danganronpa will get a little bit of a nudge, you know? Yeah, let's just try. I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. Or maybe it has to do with the glove. Okay, hold on. What does it say about the glove again? The glove was evidence, so it should have been in the locker, and it was. It looked like it fell out of the locker. That's all it says, though. It's just that it was evidence. I don't know. Okay, let's just try, I guess. Set up so you can fast forward. Oh, rewind or pause the video. Oh, that's helpful. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Okay. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand to watch this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where's the contradiction? Oh, okay. Okay, so backspace is pause. Okay, J is rewind. Enter is fast forward. Gosh, this is such weird controls. Okay, but backspace is most important because we can pause with it. Just wanted to see if maybe I could see, you know, like, I don't know. Does it mean something that this is the only one that's like lit up like this? What does that mean? Can I click it? Oh, I can't click it. What does that mean though? I don't know what that means. But it's something sticking out. I don't know what that means though. What does that mean? The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is... Oh, so it was unlocked. It was already unlocked. Okay. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. Okay, cool. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Yeah, it's the only locker that's unlocked. Already. I'm not supposed to point something new out right now, right? It's just showing us it again. Okay, yeah. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. Okay, we already saw it, but okay. The handprint's already on this guy though, so that's worth noting, I guess. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit. Get lit. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Oh. He's freaking out. Order. Order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. What? But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked. Well, not this time. Oh, I know. It must have been broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh, well, just goes to show novices should keep their mouth shut. Well, okay, let's think about it. The glove fell out immediately upon opening it, so maybe the glove was like caught in the door and keeping it from considering the door closed, so therefore it wasn't locking. Maybe it's as simple as that. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why was the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? I actually think I know this. Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jammed the system's sensor? Something jammed the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too.
There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. I think it's got to be the glove. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this. Okay, fast forward a bit. Oh, I went too far, hold on. What? It's not pausing fast enough. I'm trying to get it where it's fully out. Oh, wait. I can do this. Aha. Perfect. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Okay, I'm gonna eat my last cookie while they're doing this, I guess. I don't know why they gotta show it again. Like, I just pointed it out, you know? What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are open. What? What the fuck did you just say? We can't be sure that that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? I love these cookies. They're so good. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, oh, okay. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Well, wasn't it a rubber glove? Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But, sir... Oh, why does it never let me read his? I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? I got you, Judge. Here, check this out. Take that. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was the victim's locker, or in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. That isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order. Order. So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Objection!
Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. This a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. All right, let's see what he's got to say.
There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. An ID card record. I see. Have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? Particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much difference. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination. Okay. Let's see. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir. Couldn't he just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time, it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, why does it keep cutting off his lines? Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer only has one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Hold on, there's something I want to check. The murder happened at 5:15, right? The one in the, like, actual parking garage. Or was it 5:30? Okay. Please proceed with your testimony. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. Not that prosecutor again. Hey, maybe he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, he could hide the evidence. Mommy, is that man in blue the murderer? Shh, don't stare at him. You've got the wrong color, kid. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue the cross-examination. For Mr. Edgeworth, it must be so difficult for him. Oh my goodness, Beefers is curling all up on the bed. You look so cozy over there, baby. Yes, are you so cozy? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, can hardly keep her eyes open. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, at the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. Thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got. I don't know how we prove that someone else had his ID card. You know? I mean, maybe it's just more about at the time of the crime, like it not, but I forget when the crime actually happened. I do think it's a statement. I think the crime was at like 5:15, right? Because wasn't it like mere minutes after Edgeworth parked? Isn't that like what was said? But here, for whatever reason, it says died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. I don't know why it says that. I think it was at like 5:15, around 5:15. I guess maybe it should just be this one. Or, but the scan is at like 5:15. I wish it like distinctly said what the time of the crime actually was. But I think it was 5:15 because I think they said like after the murder was the phone call. Roughly. I don't know. I'm just gonna try this, I guess.
Objection!
Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly contradicts oh no, okay. Okay, if not that. Let me look again. I mean, maybe it would be the car, but I just don't know. I mean, I feel like what is this again? Half-written document dated 2/21 can only be submitted to the chief of police. Oh yeah, this is Oh. Right, this is where... Hmm. Whoa, what if his lost item was his... Maybe it's this. Maybe he lost his ID. But someone else was maybe writing this for him because they messed up the number and started writing a 9 here. And it almost makes me sus of Meekin's because Meekin's number, the second number, is a 9. Let's try this.
Objection!
Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. Have the victim's ID card right here. I think this is it. Found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's... Oh yeah, I guess that's true. It was found there. I just didn't know when it was dropped there and how soon after the crime we showed up at the scene. So I think I was kind of running under the assumption that it could have shown up there much later. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A lost item report? It's only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right? Can't say for sure. There's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order! Order! So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order! Order! Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Oh? Bravo? Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are 2 grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is... Well, I guess that's right. Oh, is he in cahoots? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could not only take place at one location, So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Ah! Well, shit. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, This trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? I don't know. I guess object.
Objection!
I don't know. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. Security video did not show the actual murder. What I've been saying this whole time. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. The prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. Oh, is this the end of it? This might just be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify. What is his or her name? Oh gosh, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was about to pop up.
Take that!
I almost just clicked a rando. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? Can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Oh, I think it is gonna do a little mini one. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. Whew, okay. We did all right. We did all right. All right, I might actually stop here. I know it's a little early, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little under the weather as the stream has gone on. So I think I'm going to lay down. But since we play tomorrow, we can definitely do... I assume it's gonna do a little mini one again. That's kind of what that sounded like. So we can definitely do that. And then hopefully we will do our, I think, final investigation. Unless they changed up how it works in this one and it's like more days. I really don't know. But yeah, I think I might wrap it up here. Feels like a decent enough spot. I'm just not sure if it is like another mini one or if it's gonna be longer. And I just feeling a little rough right now for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm going to save and then we will continue this tomorrow. But so far, I'm really liking this case, and I feel like we learned and pieced together some interesting things in court today. So yeah, I'm curious to see what Marshall's going to say. It definitely seems like he's implicated in this for sure. I wonder if even he's supposed to be the person like in disguise as our victim.
So I don't know, we're just gonna have to see. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks so much for hanging out. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow with more Ace Attorney. So if you want to see what happens next, be sure to pop in tomorrow. And yeah, that's gonna be it from me today, you guys. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your night and a lovely Tuesday tomorrow. And y'all know the drill. Make sure to hydrate, make sure to eat something if you haven't already, and make sure to do something that will make you smile for bed. All right, you guys, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye bye. Good night.